What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Mike Brooks with Mike's Madden School, and we are here. And EA gave us a first look at the brand new Madden 23, all finished, all polished. Not the beta. This is the finished product. They feature TD Barrett and Clef to play head-to-head using the Buffalo Bills and the San Diego Chargers. So let's take a look. They broke down a lot of new features on the game. However, I'm going to react to some of the things that I've seen that they didn't talk about. So without further ado, class is now in session.
Welcome in to the Madden 23 First Look. I'm Nick Mazesco, and today we're going to get a chance to see some live Madden 23 gameplay for the first time. Our players for today, if you've ever seen Madden YouTube, you know this guy. He's got 1.4 million subscribers over on YouTube. It is none other than TD Barrett. On the opposite side, if you watch the MCS, you know this guy. He is a former #1 Madden player in the world. It is none other than Clef the God. And
before we go, if you saw that, just off the break, you can tell that the blocking is a lot better. So I'm gonna turn it down so you can hear him and you can see the block. Yeah, I think I ran back like one kickoff all year on Madden 22, and if you can look at it, you can tell that the blocking is a lot better. So as he gets the ball like 5 yards deep, and you can see that all the blocks are set up. It's man on man. There's one guy that's free right here, and he's the one that has to, make him go back inside, and then they kind of shed off their blocks and make the tackle. But yeah, that is a very welcomed sight.
And we wouldn't be able to play this game without somebody from the EA side to help us explain some of those new settings, and joining us is Madden gameplay designer Kay Spade. Gentlemen, so happy to have you guys along with us.
Got green.
Yeah, I may have lurked a little bit.
Thought I could fit it in there. I used that free form, tried to lead it a little to the right.
Let's see what
That was a great play by TD Barrett. Oh,
That's beautiful. How do you feel, TD? How do you feel like that freeform passing? Did you feel like it helped you in the red zone? Because last year scoring in the red zone was so tough.
Oh, essentially you're just looking for open field. Like right there, I pushed that probably, like I said, about a yard to the max into like the open zone. Because I feel like in the NFL, like those quarterbacks, it's so crowded in the red zone that you.
So that's where the target pattern is going to come into play in the red zone. Like you said, you got so little room in the red zone. Like all the gaps and all the spaces are that's much smaller. So you have to be able to throw it exactly where you want to, and that's a good example of it right there.
You need like a little bit more control, which that's what makes that such a cool feature.
So much stuff happened on this play. First of all, he led him inside, because if he don't, it's probably, at best, it's a knockout. Maybe even an INT. But after leading him inside, that allowed him to make the catch. He was at low speed, so that sent him into the stand-up tackle, which the offensive player was able to win. You see the ring go green, and he's able to get like another 6 or 7 yards.
To just see one-on-one, me having better odds to break it because I got the bigger, stronger player, I think it's cool. I think it make it a lot more football, like more relatable to what you see on Sundays and Mondays and Thursdays.
Like, I really like those tackle battles, like that. But you definitely gonna have to be careful because that was a one-on-one situation and nobody else was gang tackling at that time. When you go through those tackle battles and they're gang tackling, if you try to break that tackle within the line of scrimmage, then there's where the fumble chances happen. And that happens in real life too.
Some laser.
Yeah, I feel like with cover 3, I got way more room to place passes on like the street. Like anything else theme, it's like I got more freedom to put it away from the safety or put it away from the corner. You know what I'm saying?
And that's where skill-based passing gives you the ability to do. We pass led in Madden for years, but it would be times you would throw a pass and say, well, I felt like I put that, or I tried to lead them, but really it was no way for you to know exactly where you were placing the ball. So
I think the seams are going to be really crucial this year because of the zone coverage is going to be a lot better. You're not going to need to do the double Mabel on a regular basis. That's what left the seams wide open. So, because you can tell if you go back here, the reason why the seams was open because he had three people. You know what I'm saying? He's checking the deep half with the deep third. He's going out here and he's going out here. So he's kind of playing it like Madden 22 to look out for the corner route. But if they play the zones like they say they're supposed to play, if nobody else is out here and there's a corner, he's going to go out there with them. So if you play like that, see this middle linebacker right here. If we go back to where his setup was, all right. So this middle linebacker should be lurking up in here. This is his area, but he audibled and made him go this way.
So laser.
See how he's going out to the flat. The other one of those linebackers either see that outside linebacker. If he wants to put him out, he should have put him out to the flat, and he's supposed to check that middle. And that middle end up being wide open because he's doing that. But if the zones play like they say they're gonna play, then he shouldn't have to. And I'm not saying just if he put a corner route on there, he can't catch it underneath of him, or he can't make a moss or something like that, make a good play. But at least that cornerback should be out there, in a position to make a play.
I feel like with cover 3, I got way more room to place passes on like a street. Like any special thing, it's like I got more freedom to.
See, like you look at it in slow motion, you see all these guys go over here. That was actually the safety. My fault. That was actually the safety that dropped down. So this linebacker was in no man's land. He's got to check that middle. See that? See if both of them going to be over there, he's got to put them in the middle.
You know
and I think
exactly
he messed that
where
up.
you were placing the ball. So placement feels a lot like pass lead in previous years, but now you have visual feedback. You can see your reticle on the field and place the ball where you want to. And we have placement plus accuracy. Now placement plus accuracy also, you still have the target area around the receiver. You can place the ball wherever you want with visual feedback. But with the accuracy setting also enabled, you have a small mark on your passing meter that provides a perfectly accurate bullet pass if you hit that while you're passing.
With all the skill.
We're going to break that down too. I'm going to make, as soon as the game drops, I'm get a day in the lab, and then I'm going to break down the target pass and show you guys exactly how to use it and how to be able to manipulate the defense and throw into open holes exactly the way you want to.
Skill-based passing with these 360 cuts. It seems like the theme this year offensively is just putting so much more control into the user's hands.
Yeah, absolutely, Nick. That's the thing, like agency. We want to give players the control to play the game that they want to play it how they want to play it, and to reduce moments where you feel like, that's not what I wanted, or I didn't try to do that, or I didn't want to do that. We want to reduce those moments.
The freeform stuff, like I find it's really like you're literally looking at leverages and like all that stuff a lot more. Like you kind of have to. Here I almost want to try. I don't know. I can't.
How many routes you got out there? Lobbed it over the top.
That's a dive.
Thank you, Spade.
Yeah, I don't know if that had anything to do with the passing target, if he let it up, or how that worked, but he had his man, he had a linebacker on him, had a little mismatch. He was checking him at the line. That's just a good throw.
We decided to move.
But that's nothing new. You could have did that last year.
Adjustment. So users will have to explicitly say, I want my guys to play match. Now, obviously, once you turn that on, if you call a regular cover 3, they're still going to play it like a regular cover 3. But we've got plays in the playbook that says cover 3 match, or, it's different cover 4s, whether you're playing palms or whatever. So if you play match defense, the problem we were having was we had users that didn't completely understand what match was, and it was just confusing. Like, we got play art on the field that looks like a cover 3, and users are calling this, and they're trying to figure out why.
What he's talking about, because you might not have heard him, is that he asked the question, you have the adjustment on in your coaching adjustments, that you can assign whether your defense plays match defense or default zone defense. And basically he was explaining why they put that in. Some players didn't know how to use match, some players did, but you couldn't tell unless it said match on the play, like cover 3 match, you couldn't tell, if that was going to be a match zone. Like cover 4 palms is a match zone, and some novice players didn't know that. Also, you didn't know where the player was going to go in match. Match is a very advanced defense to run with a lot of risk, a lot of reward. So definitely putting that in the coach's adjustments is a huge plus.
They got DBs running across the field, so high-level players still like to use match here and there in spots, and we give you that control. But now for players that don't understand it, they're not penalized by accidentally calling a match play and just wondering what's going on the field.
Okay, Clef's starting to move the ball. Oh, hello. Oh, let's go.
Nice hit.
Dennis Murray Jr.
Trying to get a little run game established, so slow this pass rush down a little bit, please.
Dude, they are cooking off the edge.
Nice little
I'm just noticing
tackle.
a bunch of new animations. Like nothing is like,
especially in those double team tackles. Like it's not just like one animation and another animation colliding. It is actual like double team tackles and both players being involved.
yes, no, definitely.
The real beauty of that system, Nick, is that they aren't motion captured 2-man tackles. Like, they are actual 1-man tackles that another player gets to interact with. And this is something that FieldSense gave us the ability to do.
Now that was, I want to show y'all something that they didn't talk about. They may mention it a little later. But what I want you to watch is I want you to watch the pocket, and I want you to watch these dogs coming out on the edge. Okay, so you can see how much time you're not going to have during that pass rush. This is Bosa and this is Khalil Mack, and so you see they lighten up. Bosa's coming in, Bosa's lit up, and look, he's coming right around that corner, man. And
that was beautiful.
Look, you got to get that ball off quick.
If
you want,
if you can,
you got to be in the pocket.
You
got to make your read and get the ball out your hand.
He had it as far left as he could possibly get it.
Mm-hmm. Bosa.
And if he don't do that again, that's maybe a deflection, maybe an INT.
Now he could have read that deep.
No, that was
that deep.
Because I go to that guy and as soon as
up the field right there. He could have read that,
like a scene,
but
like right
you got to make the right reads, man. You ain't gonna have all day.
A lot of power this year.
That was.
Now this is a perfect example.
That's why he's the best.
Now coming up. This is a perfect example of the way you should have to get out the pocket.
Yeah,
this is how they do it in real life. They don't just randomly roll out.
As soon as he sees that, he
So you see
throws
that?
it almost like a scene, like right to the middle of the field.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn it down so I can talk. So as Bosa comes around the edge, now this time the lineman gets a good block on him and he pushes him pushes him past Allen. That's what he's supposed to do. Also, he's got Khalil Mack over here. You got some double teams here, and if he watches, he then steps up in the pocket and then gets out the pocket and be able to throw. That's something that Josh Allen does in real life all day long. Okay, he's gonna see the line, see him get around him, step up in the pocket, and now you can get out and extend the play and get a lot more time to be able to throw the ball and get this guy coming on the outside. That's the perfect example of how you're supposed to be able to scramble. Okay, and that's what I'm loving this year.
And it's a new disguise plays. A couple of those has been added to playbooks. High-level players like you, Clef, you guys know how to disguise your coverages. You come out, you move guys around, you do a lot of pre-snap adjustments. But noobs like me, we come out and we just run the play however it looks. So they give us plays like this year, where you see the one high safety, it looks like a cover 1 or a cover 3, and they drop right into a cover 2.
So the play before, Clef, you were the one like 2 ago. That was cover. It looked like cover 3. That was cover 2?
It was cover 2. It was cover 2, actually.
That's fire.
Great.
Curious though, you talk about some of these new plays, the new disguise plays added. Spade, does that mean defensive playbooks got bigger, or was there some stuff taken out in lieu of those disguise plays?
Yeah,
Also,
we removed some
watch
stuff.
the
I mean,
offensive
we
line too.
definitely
Watch
have
the
the data
offensive
to see
line
what
play,
plays are being
and
ran,
how quickly they
much of the
come.
playbook is being used, and we just felt like we had these
With defensive
swollen
line.
playbooks with a lot of plays in it. Some of them were the same, like slightly different variations of the same play, and we just did some cleanup. We just went through and removed stuff that people weren't using a lot. We added some new.
Let's take a look at that.
Bigger?
Let me break this down. Once again, this is how you're supposed to break the pocket in real life. You step up in the pocket and then you get to the outside, okay? Because the offensive tackle is going to push him around, and then you step up, and then you can get outside, okay? You shouldn't be able to just hike and then go on a full sprint outside.
Some new stuff. And we feel like it's going to be a little less intimidating when you look in the playbook. You don't want to see 1,000 plays, especially if you're new to the game of Madden. You're looking like, I don't know what to call. So we definitely added some new.
And the other thing is soon, and if he can get outside, they're right on him. He don't got all day to just stand out there and look. So look, they push him around. He steps up. He gets out the pocket. And he still gets pressure. Oh! That was nice right there. That was a nice little animation in the air. So let's go back real quick. So he steps up. He's only rushing 3, so he should have time. He steps up, and they're coming. And then he kind of throws. But look at so he jumps up, he catches it, and he kind of comes down on the shoulders and doesn't be able to get his feet up there. That's a nice animation, man. That's a nice animation. I ain't gonna lie, that's nice. And TD knew he could have had one.
Should I go for this though? This is where it's tough. I don't know. I'm going up against that. I feel like
1.4 million subscribers want to see you go for this.
I think they do too.
I think TD should test that fade mechanic since he got the big receivers and Justin Hubbard.
I like to read.
Justin Herbert has high passing, target passing, whatever, the little ability, but he didn't go for the high
While
ball.
we have a brief moment here, what's a feature that maybe we haven't seen yet? Maybe you're excited to hear people talk about something that's under the radar.
I think I'm gonna go with defensive evade moves. Like, this is the first time in Madden we've given users a tool to evade blockers in the open field and just try to get around a blocker. And I think it's going to be that slept-on feature that users won't immediately start to interact with. They're going to play against someone that's using it, and they're going to be like, wait, what is he doing it? And it's going to be that thing that catches on later. But just flicking right.
Okay, so I understand what he's saying. That's a nice feature that when he just showed him kind of sidestepping him a little bit. Look how number 49 right here is going to, let me back up a little bit. Look how he comes in.
Like, wait,
and he just kind of sidesteps, almost like his own juke, and then got in the hole. That's really nice. However,
allows you to sidestep.
If you come right here, I don't like the way that the offensive lineman's feet is kind of in cement right here, and just kind of watching him. He's trying to slide, but he's not really. You know what I mean? Like, I think they need to work on that a little bit. That's like the only thing I've seen that I think they need to work on as far as the offensive lineman picking up blitzes. And like, if they see it, like he sees him coming, he should be able to kind of slide. Even if he doesn't make the block, at least put effort, like to put his hands on him and get shedded like like normal.
Number 3. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna look for guidance here. You have hard slots out there?
So they're about to show you the zones and how well the zone covers the deep cross.
Let's watch. Yeah, he did that. He ran with it.
So you can see that outside third guy take off with the first crosser, and then the deep middle, he started to pick up that second receiver that was coming over. And that's new, because last year those guys just dropped.
But let me tell you something.
That outside third guy take.
Let me tell you, let's look at TD, and I'm gonna stress this. I'm gonna stress this a lot. Let's watch TD in his pocket, okay? TD is the Chargers, by the way. So as he hikes the ball, he's only rushing 2, okay? So he doesn't need to like roll out, because him rolling out rolled into him. Like, if you see, they got his man covered, he got his man covered. If he just stays there, if he just stays in the pocket, he can wait for this man to come over. He can wait for this man to come over, and actually, this backside post is going to be open because he only rushes 2. Okay, so let's continue. And as we look, so because you putting the DBs in conflict, if he runs with him, this guy is going to be open. Okay, so as good as the pass rush is, I don't think you need to rush, or I don't think you can afford to give the quarterback that much time, because I don't care how good the zones are, you can put DBs in conflict and get open men if you only rush 2 and sometimes 3 defensive linemen. I think it's imperative that you rush 4 and sometimes even 5 D linemen, or make 5 rushers to come in and put that pressure on the quarterback and make him make quick reads. Because if you let him stay back there and he max protects us and he gets that time to throw that bomb, you can get hit with some one-play touchdowns. Get back into it.
So you can see that outside third guy take off with the first crosser, and then the deep middle, he started to pick up that second receiver that was coming over. And that's new, because last year those guys just dropped to a spot and stood there.
Spade, we've heard a lot in the lead up to Madden 23 about hit everything and these stand-up tackles. Tell us a little bit about what we can expect from them and what it's going to add to the user experience.
Every time you see 2 players in a stand-up tackle, it's like a one-off situation. You never know how it's going to resolve.
Those are nice. I really
it's
like
also
those.
not one-size-fits-all, so you're going to see bigger, stronger players able to get out of that a lot faster than smaller players. I think it's really the type of play that can change the game. You can see a ball carrier get in the stand-up tackle and fumble the ball. That fumble chance is a bit higher.
Here we go once again.
This is a
you gotta make a quick read, bruh. Especially if you got one of those top D ends in this league.
I think it's.
You got to make a quick read. Like, I love the tackle battles, by the way. But look at Joey Bosa coming off that edge, bruh. So here's another thing. I don't think you can send 5 receivers out on every play. You got to mix it up. You got to chip Bosa. You got to double team him. And especially playing against the Chargers, we got Bosa on one side and Khalil Mack on the other side. Like, you got to, have more people in to block him, because if you send it out 5 wide, like he's doing right here, boom, he gets beat and you don't have no time. You know what I'm saying? So, and a good pass rush will make any zone look
This is
good.
a mechanic and a feature I would keep an eye on going forward.
I'm saying you got to be real methodical with your reads. You got to be really, really quick. There's not enough time to.
And that's
It
what
don't
I'm
seem like
saying
you
right
can just
now.
run around and buy
Look at
time.
Bosa.
You definitely can. Obviously, if you got some guys with a special
It
skill
made him
set,
throw the
it
ball
could be
away.
a tad bit more successful than others. But last year, it
5
felt like
wide is gonna be
everybody
hard to
was a
play
scrambling
against.
passer, and we heard the community loud and clear.
Or
People
hard
were
to
really
run if you're
frustrated
playing
with
against
scrambling
somebody like
quarterbacks. They were frustrated with escape artist, which is now an X factor ability and not a superstar ability.
Nice.
So changes have been made, man.
It's a good throw.
Another interesting thing, we're talking about X factors and escape artists being moved to that. Clef, you know better than anybody. That's going to be huge for the MUT community, having that be an X factor instead of falling into one of those superstar ability
Once again,
slots. It's going to change
pocket
how
presence.
teams are built going into the MCS.
I can't stress this enough, how big of an emphasis this game is going to be on pocket presence, reading defenses, and being able to stay in. Look, the pocket's there. He didn't have to go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Now he got happy feet because Bosa came in. That's what happens in real life. The quarterback gets happy feet because the pass rush is coming. So now because he got happy feet, he's already scrambling and the pressure's not on him. He didn't even give his thing time to develop. He has X coming across the middle. He has a combo of A streaking and X coming across. The user is over here. That X is probably going to be open if we keep it going. He's not, but A might be open, but he just didn't give himself more time. These guys are being blocked. This guy had a double team, but because he tried to run up in here, he shedded him. So he was able to get sacked. But he had time in the pocket right there. So you got to be able to understand the pocket. You have to be able to understand, read, defensive line, defenses, make quick reads, but you don't have to panic.
Your offensive lineman, now you might use O-line abilities. You might spend more on your O-line. Escape artists is going to open up a lot of.
You say you might spend more on your O-line as far as recruiting and things like that. And
It's set up a lot in Madden.
but once again,
You had to. If you wanted to escape.
once again, look, you already seeing what it's going to be. And like, they ain't saying nothing, but look at Bosa. Okay, you got to, first of all, You can't have all 5 guys. Like, Bosa is killing you. You now need to double team Bosa, keep your running back in. You have to make smart game plan adjustments. Allen in real life would not have Bosa one-on-one all day. Okay? You're just playing with fire if you want Bosa going all day. Now, but here's the thing. Since he did send his running back out, hit him. Hit the running back right now. Hit the running back. Okay? You got to make this. You can't be looking all up in here all day no more. That's not where you need to be looking. You need to, if you're going to send all 5 out, you need to look for here or you need to look here. Okay? Because Bosa's already here. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to have, see, in this double team right here, who's this person he double team? I don't even know who that is. That number 71 need to be helping him out on Bosa. Because it looks like they got a good left tackle because he's holding his own against Khalil Mack. Because I haven't seen Khalil Mack do anything all day in this particular game. That number 71 needs to be double teaming Bosa. Period. Okay? If you get beat up in here, then you just tip your hat and say, hey, that defensive line is better than mine. But you also need to have this running back in, and you need to double team him, have a running back in here just in case somebody else get beat, and you sending out 4 in coverage. And there's route combinations that you can get for receivers open. But since you don't, you need to hit that running back. And that's the result.
You had to, if you wanted to escape, you had to spend a lot to get it. As far as,
his lineman all tired. You see that?
It's definitely going to change the landscape of how teams are built and how guys, use their feet.
Well, because it's harder to get outside the pocket. Like, it's all, like, you're gonna really have to learn, like, football,
once again, send 5 out wide.
Like, you're going to have to throw a lot of quick stuff.
With Bosa. Like, what is you doing? Look. Now, he got the seam that time, but you saw Bosa come right in. And that was a good play. He got it out quick. You saw the seam.
Like, this might be the year of the seams. I'm not gonna lie. The way these seams are looking, if you can learn to use that skill-based passing, you're gonna be able to attack the seams much more easily.
Absolutely.
Now that time he tried to step up. And he only had one guy he was throwing to. You saw he set that play up. He was going to him no matter what. He was boxed the whole time. So you see when he set that play up, he was going to throw to him regardless. All right. Now he had this crossing route. He really didn't have too much open. That man-to-man was good, but he did step up. You see how he steps up in the pocket, and because he steps up in the pocket, he gives himself more time. All right, which is a great step up. But yeah, A is going to come across open. He automatically target vision. I mean, he tunnel vision X. X is like he doesn't have to step on him at all, and he threw that thing and he picked it. Boom. That was just nice.
I see you. I like that. Okay. Now we got the. I don't really know many Anderson. Let's try the Anderson. See if I can run on.
Man looks it looks good.
Man looks really good.
Clef, I think it's safe to say
He's
defense
gonna try to run it
in
play.
general looks good, man.
Defense look good.
is up.
Yeah, defense looks amazing.
One
let's be
cut.
honest,
Oh,
this was.
oh man, that was so nice.
Eckler just.
That was so
lighting up
nice.
and everything.
Hold on, y'all. You already know I gotta show you the one cut because they didn't break down this one cut like it should have. So Eckler's gonna come to the outside, and then he's gonna hit a one cut before he hit the juke to run upfield. So right here, that's the one cut. That was the one cut first. That first cut was the 360 cut, and then he juked. So right there. Oh man, that is nice. And then of course Eckler's being Eckler with the double juke. But that first cut that he was able to just turn up the field, that was nice. So let's get back into
Or
it.
just put you on his YouTube channel.
Hey, I used the L2 thing.
Yeah, he said he used the L2, the speed cut. That speed cut gonna be nice.
It's
gonna be great for zone
downloading them to
running,
his
zone
database,
block.
and he is out here, man.
One thing I'm noticing just watching this, as somebody who called a lot of Madden last year,
Again.
I don't know if this is intentional.
Oh.
Strips. It's a new strip animation.
There it is, peanut punch.
Ooh.
I like that a lot. Herbert.
That was nice. See, there's a lot of good stuff that they just glossed over, and I'm like, man, break that down. Look, so you got So he got the seam. So he came up. He just knew he wanted to throw that because he was on him and he was going to throw that seam regardless. So if he could have stayed with him up top, he would have been good. But got the seam. Jay Crowder. So Jay Crowder's a little dude, and he's going to come. First of all, he's doing a lot. He's Jay Crowder. He's not going to break any tackles out here. So he got game tackled. And one of these guys punched. I couldn't really tell which one punched the ball out. If I had to do instant replay, I would have zoomed in and see who punched the ball out. But somebody punched the ball out. And yeah, that was good.
Nut punch. Oh my goodness. That's new.
I like that. I like that a lot. Herbert's got that high ball ability.
He does.
See, I thought he was going to test him with the high ball ability and throw it up to like Keenan Allen or. Oh, with the back shoulder. Now this was probably the best thing I've seen and what I said I was wanting to do.
It was just a pylon throw.
Look, I mean, if that ain't Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, look at that. Oh, look, he's running back.
Yeah, beautiful.
The cornerback wasn't looking. I mean, he was checking him.
Like it just sort of.
The cornerback's back is turned.
Stop the route.
Look, the cornerback's back turned, and he throws it right to the back shoulder. Oh,
the DB was like running with them, and it was.
That's crazy, dog. We've never been able to do that on any video.
Talking about throwing it out to his big target. It's definitely going to be times this year that the right
wait till I
thing
master
to do
that
is going to be to
target
play the SWAT instead of going for the pick. I'm guilty in the past of always going for the pick.
There it goes again. That's what I'm talking about. Better blocking. We already seen in the first gameplay the kickoff return. I think I've seen like 1 or 2 kickoff returns all season on Madden 22. That's what I told you about the blocking in the beginning. We broke it down.
I'm not worried about Trey White.
I'm
not worried about it.
Trey White is over there. Yeah, he not even getting. Oh yeah.
See, I think he only rushed 3. Yo, I wanted him to throw that corner route. See A right here? I wanted him to throw to this back pylon and just to see if he could do it based off the target pass. Like, throw that, as soon as he cut, throw that thing to the back pylon and see if he can go get it. And if you see him, look, he got him beat if he throws it to that back pylon. I just want to see if that throw can be made. You know what I'm saying? If that's a good throw or is it going to get picked? Like last year, man, I wouldn't have thrown that ball. But I just wanted to see if he could throw that thing to that back pylon and to see if nobody else can get it but his receiver. But he stayed in there. Like, he only rushed 3. Like I said, this year's Madden, I really think you need to rush at least 4 to get pressure on the quarterback to make him throw quickly. Because if he sits back there, then you got Madden 22 all over again. Because you give a quarterback time, I don't care how good the zones are, they can't check on it.
Beautiful free-form pass right there.
Right here, I want him to throw this fade. I want him to go throw that fade, especially with him and Tre'Davious White. But no,
average receivers look like good receivers.
I wanted him to throw that fade.
That is Keenan Allen.
Like, look, TD, just throw the fade right here. Boom, call the fade, throw it to that back pylon. He's playing man to man. It's perfect D. Throw the fade.
I don't care about Trey White.
He's talking about he don't care about Trey White, but he ain't throw it.
I lied with you.
Yeah, nice. I like the way he caught that ball and was able to force his way inside.
In my head, I was gonna throw it, but then I was like,
see, he got scared. He got scared to throw it. Look,
yeah, no, I think that's.
have Williams go on the fade and throw that thing.
I care about Trey White. I do, and that's why I got a little overconfident with Mike Williams.
Before we get out of here, guys, I gotta get your final thoughts.
Get final thoughts.
What did you feel was the biggest difference or biggest change you noticed from Madden 22 to Madden 23?
Free-form passing, first of all, like just being at like zone coverages, lack of, you're gonna have to get better, and not like, if you watch this entire thing with me, there might have been once where we actually got clean out of the pocket, and it was because Clef like actually made like a really nice play and got out, but there was a lot of pocket passing in this game, a lot of just like, get the ball, you're looking to throw it to your running back or like on a seam. The running game, I like the running game. I like the kind of new, the new jump cut, and yeah, pass everything. Like I really liked it. That was good.
Yeah, Clef, this feels like from what TD's saying, this is a totally different game from Madden 22 to Madden 23.
Yeah, it's not even the same. There's nothing you can take from 22 and like bring it into 23 and be like, hey, this gonna work. You know what I'm saying? It's way different from the movement.
That's the jump cut. We got to break it down, y'all.
Everything is
I'm sorry.
user oriented. If you want to,
That's my favorite part. We're gonna see that one more time.
That's good.
Yeah, Clive, this feels like
Wait till Eckler comes
this is
through.
a totally different game from Madden 22 to Madden 23.
yeah, it's not even the same. There's nothing.
We
you
can
take
see it
from
now that
22
they slow
and, like,
motion.
Bring it into 23 and be like,
Look,
hey, this
as he
gonna work.
comes,
You know what I'm saying?
watch the cut right here.
Way different from
Bam!
the movement. You know, it's way more user control. Pretty much everything is almost
That's
user
right.
oriented. If you wanted to be, the ball is really in your court. Like you have so
The
much
back
control
shoulder.
when
This
it
is
comes to the passing, the running, how you can just stop on a dime. No more spinning, trying to spin to get upfield. You can just hit that L2 or LT button and get upfield yourself. So
And look at us
I
blocking on the
really enjoyed
kickoff.
it, and looking forward to
I don't think I might have ran back
I don't know
one
about you
kickoff, but
guys,
it
but
was so
we'll have
long.
to
I
watch this. I'm
remember.
ready to get my hands on this game and get into the lab. A reminder, worldwide release of Madden 23 is August 19th. Get your calendar circled and get ready to get out there on the virtual gridiron.
All right. Well, hey, my final thoughts is I'm really excited. Once again, it's going to be about defensive line play, pocket presence, being able to read defense, and the zones are a lot better. So it's going to be a defensive game this year, guys. Expect to win games 14-10, being punting the ball, getting the field position, and putting the pressure back on the offense to make a play. So last year was who can get a stop. This year is going to be who can get a score. So hey, it is what it is when they change the pendulum. But I think if you get that target passing down, understand pocket presence, that you'll be able to break down defenses, throw the ball to where you want to throw, and the running game is going to be big this year. I can see it. You're going to have to run the ball more, use that one-cut system, and be able to take advantage, control the clock, and beat people that way. There it is. Well, I don't have anything else. Thank you guys for coming out here watching with me on the first look. I'm really excited. We got 5 to 6 more days left. The countdown has begun. I'm super excited. I'm gonna have tons of content coming out on I get it the early release on the 16th. So I'm gonna start having content, first looks, all that stuff. My particular gameplay, what I see in the game. The first game I gotta play is the Washington Commanders in the black unis versus the Dallas Cowboys, the hated rival Dallas Cowboys. So we gotta see it. So I'm excited, man. I'm also have some MUT content to where I'm be teaching you guys how to get into the MUT scene, play MUT for beginners. I'm gonna break down every single thing step by step for beginners, and so that way you can have fun with us and play MUT. And then we're gonna break down the passing reticle, the running game, all of it. So I'm gonna have tons of content coming out as soon as Madden 23 drops. So thank y'all for watching. I really appreciate y'all support. We're almost at 4,000 subscribers. Let's keep pushing. The goal is to get to 10,000 by the end of the year and keep it moving. That's what I'm saying, man. Let's go. Thank y'all for coming out. Be safe out there. Class is dismissed.